The chandeliers sparkled above Copenhagen's grand royal hall, and whispers of anticipation filled the air. For weeks, the world speculated, journalists circled, and millions wondered, would Princess Leonor of Spain, the future queen, accept a royal proposal that could unite two of Europe's oldest monarchies? Tonight, in front of the world's eyes, the answer came. And it was a resounding yes. But what no one expected was how it unfolded. This was not the stiff, rehearsed proposal of a palace tradition. This was raw, emotional, and breathtakingly human. Because when Prince Christian of Denmark dropped to one knee, the room fell silent. You could hear the faintest gasp, the shifting of feet, the quickened breaths of courtiers. Leonor, calm yet glowing, looked down, not as a princess, not as a royal, but as a young woman in love. And then, with a smile that seemed to light the centuries-old hall, she whispered one word that changed everything: yes. And yet, beneath the applause, beneath the cheers, there is a story far deeper than just a proposal. A story of politics, of family, of tradition, and of a young woman carrying the weight of two crowns upon her shoulders. Tonight, we are not just witnesses to a love story, we are witnesses to history in motion. So, what really happened behind the scenes? What made this moment so monumental? And why does this single word, yes, carry consequences that reach far beyond Copenhagen? To understand, we must step back. Princess Leonor is not just any royal. From the moment of her birth, she was destined to inherit the Spanish throne. A future monarch, a symbol of continuity in a nation scarred by history, and a figure many doubted could withstand the relentless pressures of royal life. Yet, through each test, her education, her military training, her public appearances, she has shown a poise and grace far beyond her years. And then there was Christian. The Danish prince, beloved at home, sometimes underestimated abroad, yet fiercely loyal to his family and to his role. His upbringing was strict but loving, his education rooted in tradition but sharpened by modern expectations. He too has been prepared, from cradle to crown, for a future where duty comes before self. When their paths crossed, few imagined it would evolve into romance. But as the years passed, as their friendship deepened into something more, it became clear, this was not a fleeting infatuation. This was destiny aligning two nations. And yet, there were tensions. Behind palace walls, not everyone was ready for such a union. Some in Spain worried that Leonor's marriage to a foreign prince might weaken her symbolic authority at home. Others in Denmark wondered whether Christian was prepared to share his life with a woman whose destiny demanded so much of her. And then there were whispers from beyond, questions about whether love or politics drove this union. But tonight, those whispers were silenced. Because love, real love, cannot be staged. When Christian revealed the ring, a masterpiece of Danish craftsmanship, adorned with a sapphire surrounded by diamonds, the crowd gasped. But it wasn't the jewel that mattered. It was the way he looked at her. A look that said, I choose you, not just the crown, not just the throne. You. Leonor's pause, brief, but heavy with meaning, spoke volumes. She knew the weight of her answer. With a single word, she was not just accepting a man. She was accepting a future where two monarchies, two traditions, and two nations would forever intertwine. And then, that smile. That whispered yes. The hall erupted. Applause thundered, tears flowed, and even Queen Margrethe of Denmark, usually reserved, was seen dabbing her eyes. King Felipe of Spain clasped his daughter's hand with pride, while Queen Letitia's gaze lingered, a mix of joy and maternal longing. But the story did not end there. Because the proposal was only the beginning. In the days to come, debates will rage. What will this mean for Spain's monarchy? Will the Spanish people see Christian as a foreign prince or as Leonor's partner in duty? How will Denmark react to sharing its crown prince with a woman destined to rule another throne? And more importantly, how will Leonor herself balance the demands of love and leadership? History tells us that royal marriages have reshaped nations. From alliances that ended wars to unions that sparked them, a single match can alter the course of Europe. Tonight's proposal may appear to be just two young people in love, but beneath it lies centuries of politics, family strategy, and the hopes of millions. As the celebrations continued, the music swelling, the cameras flashing, one could not escape the sense that we were standing at the edge of something far greater. Not just a wedding to come, but the birth of a new era. And yet, let us not forget the most human part of this story. For all the politics, the tradition, the speculation, at its heart, this was a moment between two souls. Leonor, the young royal who has carried the weight of a crown since childhood, and Christian, the prince who saw not just her title but her heart. The world may see a future queen and a future king. But in that moment, in that hall, they were simply two people saying yes to love. Still, as the dust settles, the questions remain. How will Spain react when their future queen begins her life beside Denmark's prince? How will Christian adapt to a role that may carry more responsibility than he ever imagined? And perhaps most importantly, can love truly withstand the crushing demands of monarchy? Only time will tell. But tonight, Copenhagen gave us a glimpse of something rare, a royal moment that was not manufactured, not forced, but real. A moment where tradition met humanity. A moment where the future bowed to the power of love. Princess Leonor said yes. And in that yes, a new chapter of royal history has begun.